Hello, thanks for joining me once again. So, today I will be explaining some modification tools. I'll be explaining some modification tools. These modification tools are used to make our work easy. They're just like editing. So, make the work easy and faster. All right. Thanks for joining me on this video. So, please kindly subscribe and like the video. Thank you. So on the modification panel, we have a whole lot of ribbons that we use for modifying our drawing. Now, the modification panel um, is beside the draw panel. And this is the modification panel here. So under it, I have my ribbons. And also, if I click on this dock, I have some advanced modification modification tools. So right now, I'll be starting with the move tool. So this is the move tool. So we use the move tool to take objects from one position to another. So I can click on my move tool here, or I can actually type it M for move, enter. So probably I want to move this object, so I can select it and I'll click on enter again. Now the instructions say specify base points, or so I can specify my base point that okay, I want to actually make the center my base point. So the base point is the point where you are moving it from, that part of the object that you want to select and to move your object from. So my auto is on. Auto is used is used to restrict our drawing perpendicularly. So this is my auto. So I can decide to put it on or to put it off, right? And the shortcut for auto is F8. So I want to put this in the center, so I can put it there. So I've been able to move this object from this point to this point. So that's what the move command can do. So click and click enter. Then I swear, if I should know the distance from this point to this part, right? I can actually I can actually specify it. And actually put it there. This is the distance, and put it there if I know the distance, right? So um okay. So I don't really know the distance, but let me just try. So let's say I want to move it by 110. So that will be our displacement. So I can say okay, can you see? So by typing, if you should know the distance between two angle, or I say angle between 2 points, or between the place that you want to move your shape from to another, you can actually enter it and what and put it there. Then I have the rotate command. The rotate command. Now the rotate is used to rotate our objects in angles. Like if I click on rotate, ask me to select the object, so select my object, then step one object found, enter. Then it asks me to specify my base point. That's my base point of rotation. So I can click here, then I can what rotate my object. I can rotate it. So peradventure I want to rotate it by 15 degree. 15. Then I've been able to rotate this by 50 degree, right? Okay, let me go back. What if I want to copy this object, like using my rotation? So I still want this to be here, but I want to have another one. So I select enter, then I'll pick my base point. Now on the command line, I have two options. I have copy and I have reference. So if I want copy, that is, I'm going to type C, right? C, enter to copy it. Then I will have the original object there already. it has copied it there. Then I can now specify my angle of rotation for the other object. Let's say I want it to be 15. So you can see that I copied it, unlike the first time that we just rotate it and only have one. But right now I copied the object, it's there, then I still have the one I rotate. Then enter. I can reference. I can reference as well. Click my click the, then I can R for reference, right? Then I'll pick the base point and where I want to reference it for. I want to reference it from this point. Then I can what? I can rotate it as well. So say 45 degree. So that is how rotate tool works, right? Then I have the trim tool. I have the trim tool. I just put on my auto. So I have something like this. Just want to use this to describe how the trim tool work. All right. So now from trim, I also have under trim. I also have the extend, right? So let me start with the trim command. If I click on trim, now I'm going to select the cutting. That's what we call it, cutting object first, or the object you want to, that is closer to the object that you want to trim, the object that is attached with the object you want to trim. So if I want to trim from this vertical line, so I can actually select the what, the horizontal line that is connected to it. So I'll pick this, then I'll type enter. Then I can what, you can see the preview. I can trim this part, I can trim this part, right? I can trim it. So once I'm done, I can't trim it again because it's no more connected beyond the line again, right? And it can't affect any of this because I didn't. So enter. Then I can also trim more than one. I can trim multiple objects. Enter. You can see I can trim multiple objects as well. I can do that. Then trim also work in a way where, okay, if I should click on this circle, enter, I want to trim the, what they call, round the circle, which is this line. So I have some options. That is, these are the way that you can actually trim. So let me pick fence for instance. So I can actually, yes, you can see, I can trim it that way. So enter, you can see that you can do it in that way. Then the other option that trim could also perform is that when you hold down your shift key, when you hold down your shift key, it will turn to what? It will turn to extend. When you hold down your shift key, it will turn to extend. So if I hold down my shift key and I click on this line, it will extend to that, it will extend to that. So that is what trim can what, it can extend here because it does not have the other part. So if I should hold down my shift key here, it will what? It will join that part. So which is really explaining the extend tool. So if I click on my extend tool, first time, let me move this. So if I my extend tool or EX for extend, enter, I can actually what? I can actually pick where I want to extend it to. This, enter, then what? Extend. I can extend it. I can extend this as well, right? Then I can extend this too as well. So then as well, I can still hold down my shift key and what? And trim as well. I can hold down my shift key and trim. So they work in ends. They work with each other. So I can back to my enter, hold down my shift key and can save it even with my extender, but and trim off. So that is how trim and extend work. That's how they work. Now there is a simple way to go about this when if you are confused. For example, I have this, I have this as well. Now you actually want to trim, see how enter. So you know that okay, you want to take away this inner part, and this is the shape that is connecting to it. So you know that okay, this is what you are going to pick, right? And you press enter before you can what? Before you can trim off this part. Now, what if you are even confused? You don't know the particular, probably in a complex drawing, you don't know the shape that is connected that you want to trim. So there's a shortcut for that. Once you type in your trim, then you enter it twice. So you click on enter and enter again. Then you can trim off any part. You can trim off any part. So that's a good shortcut to that. That's a good shortcut to it. Then right, right. So then you extend, can what? Enter again. So if you press enter again, you can what? You can extend it. Right. Alright. Then for this section, we have the last one for this section, which is the erase tool. So the erase tool is just like delete. You don't need. So you can, once you click on erase, so you have to select objects, then you can pick one by one towards, or you actually highlight towards to delete. Right. You highlight to delete. So once you are done, you can click on enter. Then they are all gone. And if I make sure you actually deleted what you actually don't need by mistake, then there's this command, oops, sorry, oops. So oops, enter to bring it back, just like undo. So oops, then you erase something, then oops, it was to bring it back. Thank you for watching this part 1 video on modification tools. In the next video, I'll be explaining the other types of modification tools. Please kindly subscribe, please. Thank you, and like. Thank you for joining. My name is Kilanko Adebayo.